I've got the lurgy and I don't want to spread it around. And I also apologise for having a coughing fit, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm the Community Connector Manager for Chippenham, the Wessex Water, and I'm also involved in Zero Chippenham, so I'm here with two hats on. Community Connectors is about changing the way we work with our local communities to co-design and deliver shared social and environmental goals. We're working with quite a lot of different community groups around the town, so I see Rita Chippenham here. But today I've come just to talk about water efficiency, I suppose, because it gets neglected when people are worrying about their energy bills. But actually, by using less water, you can actually save money on your household energy bill as well. So Chippenham homes, they use about 5 million litres of water every day. That's worked out at about 138 litres per person per day. If you like a visualiser of that, that's 14.5 Olympiad swimming pools every day. We're lucky that we're groundwater fed. In fact, 75% of the Wessex region has groundwater rather than surface water reservoirs. It means it tastes lovely. It's like spring water. The downside is, of course, that it scales up our kettles. We have a borehole in Chippenham, Ivyfields borehole, supplies the town, and then that's also supplemented by other groundwater sources from the north of the town, particularly Allington. And I do take this opportunity now that this time last week we had a major burst in Chippenham, in fact more than one. So we do apologise for interrupting your supply, and we will be writing to you all. It was not great. So our long-term planning process take account of our population projections, climate forecasts, lifestyle change and environmental needs, such as reducing our abstraction levels so that we can protect important habitats. We're required by government to strike a balance between developing new supplies, so reservoirs or bulk transfers or water recycling schemes, and also managing demand. The principal ways of managing demand are through reducing leakage, so that's our responsibility of course, installing meters, which I'll come on to, and also providing water efficiency support. So demand management is also important for meeting net zero commitments. Government figures have estimated that around 5 million tonnes of greenhouse gases are emitted annually by the UK water industry. That figure's probably come down because we, as a sector, have made good efforts to try and reduce our energy demand. But hot water use in the home accounts for 35 million tonnes of greenhouse gas emissions. So that's 7 times the amount of the water sector's emissions is how we use water in the home. And that represents over 5% of UK greenhouse gas emissions. And of course, we're all facing the cost of living crisis with rising bills. So by reducing demand, customers can slow down the rise in their own household energy bills, but also collectively they can contribute to a delay in the need for Wessex Water to develop new water supplies and to keep their all our water bills low or affordable. So water meters, they're not for everybody. People who are on a meter tend to use less water than if you're on an unmeasured bill, because you only pay for what you use. Switching to a meter is free and usually benefits low occupancy households. So there's a rough rule of thumb that if you have fewer people than you have bedrooms, then you probably benefit going onto a meter. So it doesn't suit everybody. If you do decide to go onto a meter, we also have a 2-year money-back guarantee. So if you then discover in the 2 years that your bill is actually higher on a meter than it was on the unmeasured bill, you can go back to unmeasured and get a refund. So we have we subscribe to a third-party online tool and app called Get Water Fit. And it's available to our customers, it helps you calculate your water consumption room by room going through the house, provides advice and behaviour change tips to how to save water around the home, and also allows you to order free water saving devices that you can fit. We of course would rather you go through the Get Water Fit app because it provides those behavioural tips as well, but you can also order directly water saving devices, and I've got a few to show you. So you can order a regulated shower head or a shower regulator. So the widget on the right hand side, the regulator is exactly the same thing as what's in the shower head, so you can order one or the other, fits to the shower hose. They're not suitable for electric showers because electric showers are already actually quite water efficient. They can only push through a certain volume of water in real time and heat it up, so they're quite low flow anyway. And then for the toilet, we have the cistern displacement bag. So it literally is just a bag that you fill with water and put into your cistern. It's only really suitable for older style lever flush toilets with a larger cistern. So if you've got a modern push button toilet, they're already water efficient and you don't need them. We send out these bags. It's the equivalent of the old days you used to put a brick in the cistern, but bricks aren't very easy to post. Bags are. We also have these leaky loo detection strips. So although the regulations changed in about turn of the century, sounds really long time ago now, 2000, and the push-button toilets came onto the market. Before that, everyone had lever-flush toilets with larger cisterns. So push-button dual-flush toilets were supposed to be a revolution in terms of saving water, but unfortunately, up to about 10% of them are leaking at any one time. You don't necessarily know that your toilet is leaking because the overflow goes down into the bowl, but you might see water rippling sometime after you've used the toilet, and that's an indication that could be leaking. So it's effectively flushing all the time and using water. That leak can grow. It's also perhaps made worse by our hard water because the scale can get in the seal and stop it sealing, which is part of the problem. So we have these leak detection strips, so you can just check your toilet and make sure it is not leaking. But say 10% of toilets could be leaking, and they could be leaking as much as 400 litres a day. That's like having another family living with you. If you're on a meter, it will double your water bill. So it's always a good idea just to keep an eye out for that. And then finally we've got the shower timer. It's a 4-minute sand timer. Encourages you to try and shave off a minute or two from your shower time. But going back to actually something that Elliot said, that it's kind of taken as gospel that having a shower is better than having a bath. But that's old-fashioned advice because it depends how often you shower and how long you shower. If you still, I don't know, back in the 70s, it was normal practice to have a bath once a week. But what we've done is we've changed that to having a shower every day. So actually, you're probably using more water in your shower than you would have done in a bath. So, yeah, don't always believe that rhetoric, I suppose. You might have seen some of these turquoise signs around the town, one here. We're currently running a promotion during March up until the 7th of April. If you take part in the conversation, which you trigger by scanning the QR code or texting a number, you find out a bit more about where your water comes from and how to save water. Also, if you want to, find out storm overflows as well. But we're running a competition that you can win a water butt, so just to alert you to that. Not really strictly related to saving energy, but we also give out free waste packs as well. So you can order a gun pot so that you don't wash fats and oils down the sink. They go in the bin. It's a way to prevent fatbergs forming, which can cause blockages and in turn cause sewer flooding or pollution incidents. We also have sink strainers, again to catch any leftover food so it can go in the bin, not be washed down into the wastewater system, and also hair catchers for the bathroom. If anyone is interested in any of those free devices, come and see me in the break and I can help you order them. I've got some order forms. And then finally, we also try to support our customers that are struggling with their bills. We have a vast range of different affordability schemes. So if anyone is struggling with their bills, we don't want to see anyone in water poverty. If they contact us, then we can find the right scheme that suits their circumstances. Water is an essential resource and no one should be struggling to pay their water bill. And we also have a priority services register, and I'm hoping that after the incident of last week, last Thursday, Friday, with people being cut off and having to try and get bottled water, it became quite apparent that there were people that couldn't get to the water bottle station to pick up water, and perhaps it would benefit them to be on the priority services register. So again, if you've got any vulnerable neighbours, I would encourage them to sign up and get onto it, and then we know where those people are and we can come and deliver the water to them. Priority services also covers a whole range of other benefits and services that can be tailored to your particular circumstances. People can be in permanent or temporary vulnerable status. If they pick up the phone and talk to us, we'll make sure that their particular circumstances are registered appropriately. I have a whole range of literature on the table over here, and if anyone's got any questions, I can take them in the break, or I guess it's time to finish now anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So we'll take a break. To keep on time, we'll keep it to 5 minutes, or as close to 5 minutes as we can. Tea, coffee there, toilets are just through there. Should have said earlier, fire exits there. But we haven't done one yet. We'll go out that way if we do. We'll reconvene at 20 past. Thank you.